Welcome everyone, it's Vapors Drakomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to be... I bet you know where this is going, right? I bet you know where this is going. There is one champion, one very specific champion that I've been waiting to upgrade on this specific account for a very long time. But I wanted to make a setup just for him and Sathia's use. Because all of this food is actually going for a purpose. Yes, a purpose. Because believe it or not, there is someone very special that's going to be developing. As we develop all of this food that you see, there is an event that's about to end for a very specific champion. I have him on 3 different accounts, but he's incredibly valuable and you will soon never be able to get him again. Yes. I'm not going to make a 4th account because I'm not going to be able to keep track of it and I'm going to lose progress and everything on it right now. I may make a 4th account eventually, but not in time for the other thing because I have to, these accounts are still under construction. Now, this is also a demonstration of how much food has to be condensed to make this happen. Because it's a lot of food. It is a lot of food. Has to be condensed. Before you ask how much food, I'm going to tell you it's a lot. Because I try to condense as much as I can of this food. Also, notice my silver. That's not a coincidence. That's from me grinding Brimstone Pass. A ridiculous amount. An amount that I don't really want to show. But I did it for a reason. Now, as we move up the food chain, I think you can start to see this is actually something big. This is actually something really big. As we start moving up the food chain. Because guess what? We're definitely moving up the food chain. Note, we're not staying in the same food bracket. Notice how the sacrifices are going up? Yep. There's a reason for it. Because you see how this guy's rank 5? Guess where that's going? That's right. The second ninja ever to reach 6-star. That's right. That's right. All for him. Yeah, that's right. That's right. They're like, nah, he's not gonna 6-star that ninja. He's not. I'm like, and that's where you're wrong, folks. And that's where you're wrong. Now, I did this because he's actually a very valuable champion, contrary to popular belief. Ninja is going to be the crown jewel of my clan boss setup. Yes, because I have a clan boss setup just for him. In fact, I have a clan boss setup just for his faction soon. Because, yes, he's that valuable. Like, I can't emphasize to you how many people have this champion and don't understand Ninja's true value. That's the thing. Not everyone understands his value. They don't. They don't. They really don't. Because if they knew how valuable this character is, they might treat it with more reverence. If they only knew. If they knew how valuable he is. He has a burn skill that never stops ascending in damage. Do you have any idea how few champions are able to do that? Any idea at all? Very few. Very, very few. That's why I did it. That's why. Very few champions are able to do what this guy does. Very few. Very few people anyway, very few people truly understand why this champion is one of the absolute best legendaries that's ever been made that you can get for free. He's in like top, like what, 3 legendaries you can get for free or something? In fact, he might be the best one besides Scylla the Drakes and Drexthar. And he's the best magic affinity one, to my knowledge. Second best would be Dark Elhain, which should give you an idea as to how valuable Dark Elhain is. That's also why I'm probably... He's not even a legendary. She's an epic, but she is very good. But yeah, I'm trying to give him some solo XP. Because I knew I wasn't going to get him further along than that. I knew... Yeah, I'm just trying to give him some preliminary help. Like, he just reached 6-star. I even spent some gems, quite a bit of gems, to do this, because I had to run faster than my energy source to do it. But the thing about this champion is he's worth it. That's the thing. That's what everyone has to understand. He's worth the effort. I know he doesn't look like he's worth the effort, but just because he doesn't look like he's worth the effort doesn't mean that he isn't. Because Ninja remains top drawer on Clan Boss. Actually top drawer. Especially if you can get him to 60, which is what I plan on doing. I'm not going to... Yeah. How do I want to set this up? It'll do. It'll do. I can't, again, my ninja, although he's reached 6-star, he can't yet do this. Because, again, he needs to get to 6-star and then do some other BS. Like, he has other things he has to do. Because here's the thing. He's not even that good in Arena compared to certain dungeon content. Certain dungeon content, he's extremely valuable. Like, again, I cannot emphasize to you enough how good he is in certain dungeon content, especially Clan Boss. I can't emphasize to you that enough. Like, he is probably the best HP burn champion you can get for free other than Drexthar Blood Twin. Literally. Drexthar Blood Twin is the only better one. And he is the best, he might be the best damage dealer in his faction. He actually deals more damage than Drexthar does in certain content. Like Clan Boss. He's that strong. I mean, this guy probably doesn't even have him built out that well, but he's still a major threat because he's a legendary. A high damage dealing legendary. One of the best there is. Like, there's a couple better ones, but all the better ones are really hard to get and are usually not free-to-play friendly. This is one of the only free-to-play friendly Burengiri Mirror. Yeah. But yeah, like Ninja, nobody understands. Like, you gotta really think about what you've seen of him. He has an ascending damage passive. All right, let's start with Ninja's kit. Why Ninja is ridiculous. All right. Ninja has an HP burn. Okay. Keep in mind, this is a massive skill. He has an HP burn that increases in damage over the course of a fight. It's incredibly accurate, especially with accuracy. If he's raised to 60, he can do some really crazy stuff. Like this one, the only reason I'm even daring to do this is because I have some other pretty strong champions. Come on. Because these three are pretty good for Arena. But I already have them at 6-star. Of the ones I don't have at 6-star, Ninja is most likely the strongest of any of them. Because Ninja... like, is the best of the damage dealers. Because I have a lot of supports, as you might have guessed. Nah. Nah, I don't care. I'll take it. Because again, I'm not going to win all of these. And I don't want to take all that time in arena just to waste. Because he didn't trigger the thing anyway. Alright, so fighting classic. Okay, beat campaign boss 3 times. So we're going to go beat Bad L. We're going to take Ninja with us because Ninja needs to start leveling again. Because yes, we are going to be using him in Clan Boss. And we are going to be trying to get him to 60. I also have to be upgrading his gear as well. He's not in the perfect position, but he's slowly but surely getting there. Because again, for him to really do what he's... And this is why I also did it. Because now I have to take him to 60 as well. Because again, at this point for this account, if you're not 60, you're not doing your job. So that's part of the thing. You're not doing your job. So for here, we're going to want him with Sanguinia. And maybe an additional future piece of food. It's going to take a long time before I can get him to actual 60. It's just I needed him to be on the way. I needed him because I'm going to be using him in a lot of exclusive high content, including Doom Tower. He's useful pretty much everywhere except Spider. Spider, he kind of has a fallout because he can't get the spider on the main spider, like the burn on the main spiderling. Unlike Drexthar, who no matter what, you're going to get burned. Which is another reason why I'm going to be developing getting Drexthar first on this account. Because I don't have him on this account. I need to get him on this account. Before I, Because it takes a while. It takes a while. But there's a reason I did it. Is because I want my Faction Wars team to be created. I wanted an extra nuker, but also a clan boss specialist. He ticks all the boxes for that. And he also has the cool blue motif that goes with Taragi. He has that. So that's why. And he also happens to be a legendary. I do not have many legendaries even on this account. And he's probably the coolest looking other than Sathia Flametongue and Mortu Macabre. Speaking of Mortu Macabre, we'll even bring him along. Yep, we'll even bring him along. Hey, Mortu. Meet my other Mortu. Yes. And I use Mortu for all sorts of stuff. I use him for arena. I use him for all like dungeon content, Fire Knight, all sorts of stuff. He's great. The only thing I avoid using him for is Clan Boss and sometimes Spider. But mostly I avoid using him in Clan Boss because he's not actually good in Clan Boss. Because he's not good in Clan Boss because why is he not good in Clan Boss? He's not good in Clan Boss because he just doesn't. What doesn't he do? He's not good in Clan Boss because he doesn't have an HP burn or a weaken or anything. Like, he doesn't have all that crazy stuff that the rest of these champions who are good for Clan Boss have, because you need an HP burn or a weaken or a poison in order to really be useful for Clan Boss. Or you have to be an incredible defender, like great ally protect with like shields. Like, you have to be something special, you know? Come on, transmute that, please. Thank you. Just trust me, we will be eventually getting him to 60. That will happen. In another 4 hours, we'll be able to get that fragment. There's a reason I have to do this, though, because this account is behind on its fragments. And if you don't stay ahead, you'll get owned. But yeah, Ninja is a very special character, and I don't want to leave him out of the 60 party. He will be getting in there soon, because he's going to be part of the faction wars. Because the other person, I think, left the clan assuming I'm not going to rank 6 Ninja. That was a false assumption. I am going to rank 6 him on every one of the 3 accounts at some point, because he's just that valuable. And you can only really see the potential of a champion when they get to 6-star. That's when you really see that potential come out. That, and when you also gear them correctly afterwards, which is going to be the next thing I'm going to have to do with this guy. And then start raising other champions as well later. But I knew I wasn't going to leave him at 5-star. That would be doing him a disservice. And War 2 is worth it mainly because he gives me a very powerful block revive and a block buffs. Everyone underestimates how valuable those two skills alone are. Never mind the fact he has a heal reduction as well, and he's part of the lore. So everyone underestimates that, what that means. They all skip over it like, nah, man, I don't care about Mortu. Nah. And then I'm like, nah, man, no. I need to show you. Mortu can do shit. And the better the gear he has on, the more he can do as well. I've seen him in Platinum Arena. I've seen him. If you're having trouble using Mortu Macabre somewhere, you're not doing it right. You're not leveling him to 6-star, and you're not giving him his due. You're not giving him his gear. Because trust me, Mortu Macabre is... Because the thing about it is... Oh boy. That's going to be fun. This is going to be annoying. Can I just, like, nuke these suckers anyway? I can't burn them, but can I just, like... Because I don't want these level 40 numbskulls living for, like, that. They lived way longer than they should have. Like, I don't want these level 40 numbskulls to live that long. Get that provoke in there. And there's a reason I'm doing this too, is because I'm behind. I'm behind on token farming. I have to fight all sorts of champions. The potent stench in there. Yep. But yeah, I'm doing all this for a reason. It's all adding up. All of this adds up for a reason. Because I'm trying to create a very specific set of team comps and stuff. I'm trying to improve Shadowkin and Demon Faction Wars. Because that's what this account's gifted at. That's another reason. This account is gifted at Shadowkin and Demons. So why do I want to deny the gift? No reason. No reason. I just didn't want to show the food grinding process behind it because it would drive you bonkers what I had to do to get the food for that champ. But again, I value him so highly that I feel it's worth putting that into him because he's actually a very strong character. Gotta keep it rolling. Yeah, you came to the wrong house, fools. You thought this was the end of the great Vaporsmith? Oh no, I have a team comp set up just for you. Because yeah, this is going to be my greatest, the beginning of the greatest Shadowkin faction army I've ever made. forgot it was... It's the one thing you never want to freeze in Elhaid. Dark Elhaid. You never want to do that. Keep forgetting that. Oh, I have just obliterated their Maneater. Oh, their Maneater is so screwed. This is why you upgrade your Maneaters, folks, if you're in Tag Arena. There you go. That's why. That right there is why. Yeah, but the main reason I'm doing this is because I'm behind on tokens. And if you... Here's the thing. If you don't do Tag Arena pretty much every single day, you won't have enough tokens to get Direct Star Blood Twin. No. Dang it, I meant to do the second part of it. Oh! But yeah, I don't regret that. Mainly because I'm thinking ahead, and I know that Ninja is going to be very good in Faction Wars. So that's why I did it. And I know that he's going to be very good in Clan Boss, Faction Wars, all sorts of crazy stuff. It's just, I also knew Hellborn Sprite was extremely good, and I didn't want to abandon her. Because this account also specializes in demons, and I wanted to have a setup. I'm gonna smack you on with that. Peril his ass. Get a provoke in there. The block revive. Because that block revive skill, everyone underestimates it. Everyone's like, nah, man. Nah, block revive isn't a big deal. And I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? Block buffs isn't a big deal. Well, what if I did that to your Sifi? Yeah, your Sifi would be screwed. And there's a reason that your Sifi would be screwed. Okay, this one, we're going to want a very specific way of doing this. Because we're going to want the block is per buffs. So that we can fix this. Needs more beer. gonna get the flames. Perfect. Alright, that was glitchy as hell. Potent stench. Yeah, you're not surviving that potent stench. Sorry, mate. You ain't surviving that potent stench. It's very potent. Okay, now this is where Mortu Macabre really shines. Now you might ask, how? You see, Mortu Macabre is a very specific thing that he does to team comps like this. Because you see, Mortu Macabre, the more you attack Mortu Macabre, the more likely it's going to unlock a specific skill. And also he can stop people from, here, watch. So we block the buffs, right? So that stops, that tries to shut down the main mechanic of them. And then we can provoke them and puts massive rain on them and start to come after them like that. And see, a lot of what makes their team really strong is removed. See, team comps like this, they're annoying, but with this setup, we should be able to deal with it. Like so. See? That helps. Because then these two can't do it. They can't do anything about what just happened. They can't. Which makes it more doable. And this guy also cuts the heal. Well, this is one of the reasons why I pick him. He's better than Armiger because he blocks the buffs. Like, he blocks the buffs. See? And his peril does a surprising amount. So we can just peril the shaman to stop them from healing or reviving. It's to stop. He's in the anti-defense revive meta. He's what you do versus people who have obscene amounts of healing and revives. He is what you do. That's what he's for. See? Because now I've got him whittled down to just the Sill. And the Sill, although she's a problem by herself, she will be able to be, it'll be easier now that we got her alone to get her lower. Because also the peril does a lot of damage. Because we want to try to get her low. That's the key. Get her within peril range. And that, my friends, is some of the value of Mortu Macabre. I know y'all doubt him like crazy, but just trust me. Trust me when I say Mortu Macabre is legit. I mean, look at this guy. He's a beast. I mean, I don't know why everyone doubts him. He's so good in arena, especially because he stops all the C-fees and the crazy stuff, the defense comps. He gets under them. He stops them from taking over the world. He's not good for clan boss. Don't use him for that. Everything else, great. Just don't use him. Like, you can even use him in Spider. I'm not going to discourage that. Just don't use him in clan boss. It's not a good idea. All right, so you guys wanted to see this. So here we go. We're going to be showing off a new team comp with triple burn poison with 2 support. But do I want to do it like that? Maybe. Maybe. So this is one experimental clan boss team comp. So yeah, we can increase the duration, and then we can stack a burn on top and try to weaken it. And then decrease the cooldown. And then we could try to weaken, yeah. And then we try to increase the burn. See, the way this works is that each time he has a almost guaranteed burn. And it will increase in damage over time. So I want to get that up. He does the War Master procs. Soon he'll also have War Master procs. And you can combine it with this this lady to increase the duration. This isn't its final form. When this guy gets to 60, that's its final form, practically. That's his. Someone got a Xavia. Interesting. Ooh, Xavia's a legendary. Interesting. No wonder it's so hard to get her. I mean, there's other defensive versions and stuff, but the main point here is that the 2 burns stack, and she increases the duration of the buffs. And also, if Sathya misses, he'll get it on the next turn. So that's the point. And then we can get a weaken on that. And see, since he's in Viz, you can also put him in lifesteal gear. I'm coming to think that that's the better, like having some lifesteal gear or regen, so that he's always sustaining himself. Like the other one, I don't need lifesteal gear for that to work because I have a leech. Like, Vogoth is a great leech champion that I don't have on this account. That's one of the reasons that Vogoth is really good in clan boss, is because he has that leech. Here, I have to put in like a second healer in order to make that work. I'm thinking I'm just going to put up a straight healer in here, like a Sanguinia, because it'll also put the block debuffs in. Or something along those lines. Or maybe I'll take Sathia out and have just Ninja and Kale at it. Because here's the thing. Ninja's actually better than Sathia at Clan Boss. I know that's going to blow your guys' minds, but that's the truth. That is the actual truth here, because what Ninja does to this specific boss is pretty wicked. Because what he does is he does not stop snowballing his damage. That never stops. So because it never stops, you get where I'm going here, right? You get late in this fight, and you're about to see some really nasty stuff happening. But since I don't have a leech, I'm going to have to put in a better healer in. He's also not 60 as well. Having him at 60 would be preferable. Because there's several approaches to doing more damage in the time you're allotted on this boss. Ninja definitely is up there in the damage department. Don't pay attention to what he looks like. That's meaningless. The damage is there. Okay, I'll make it more obvious. You see his blue hair? Do you see how weird and crazy it looks and his weird uniform? That's an indication of the power. That is an indication. That's bad. Okay, I screwed that up. See, because Ninja's up there in the damage department. He really is. Even at that point, he still is. So yeah, don't ever count him out. That's why you never count him out. That does not mean it's my only project. But in the next episode, I will be covering the next project.